Well, aloha. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming to today's live stream. And today is when we move into a brand new chapter in the book, Tao Calligraphy. These days I'll actually have this in front of me for healing and rejuvenating your back. We're now going into chapter 9 or 8. I'll take a look at it in just a minute and figure out which chapter it is. But we just completed about 2/3 of this book. This is session number 19, actually, in all the different live streams that I've done. And these are being live streamed onto Facebook and onto YouTube. And, who knows? This is being filmed, what's today? June 28, 2022. This will probably be being watched 3, 4, 5 years from now when people discover who is Dr. and Master Sha, and they discover the power and significance of Tao calligraphy. And as people move through these discoveries and start to realize the extraordinary power and significance that's in these books, they're going to be clamoring for how does it work. There's an individual that was given this book to put on their back when they came into the Toronto Center just recently, and they didn't know anything about this. They had just checked it out. They saw an ad or something locally, so they came and checked it out. And one of the students said, "Here, put this on your back." And during that entire event, about halfway through the event, actually, they asked people to share, and the guy said, "I am amazed. I came in with back pain, and all I've done is sit here and watch and put this on my back. My back pain is gone." This is just one example. And so this book, the Tao Calligraphy, How to Heal Your Back, is the first in a series. The next one will be out next month, and it'll be for healing anxiety. And yet, I have a feeling the content of the information within the book will probably be very similar to this content of information, because what it really boils down to is transforming the negative frequency and vibration that's the root cause of the suffering. And so anxiety has a root cause, back pain has a root cause, everything does. And what these Tao calligraphies do, that Master Sha is the founder of this form of healing called Tao calligraphy, is he connects to the source. And this is all described in the earlier parts of the book. And he channels the source, most pure, positive frequency, love, and light. And with that most pure, positive frequency, love, and light, he's able to make a significant difference for people's lives. They get in front of the book, or they get in front of the calligraphy, or he even has placed this frequency, this healing power, if you will, within an animated field where people simply turn on the computer and receive healing through the animated field. Truly remarkable when you stop and think about it. So we have been covering this, like I said, this is the 19th session of reading through this book live with you. And we're now going to be moving into an area where we're using one of the calligraphies directly. And so I'm going to flip into that in just a few minutes. I do want to reach out and acknowledge those who have arrived here live already. Please comment in the section, tell me you're here, where you're from. I'm happy to acknowledge you. I did not get a chance today to pre-post and give everybody a little heads up reminder that I'm going live. It's been a little bit of a busy day. But I do want to acknowledge all of those that come. And of course, thank you so much for clicking the share button. And if this does a dip on your page and we're already past the live zone and you're watching the recording, still please share it. I'm sure it'll bring value to everybody. So today we're going to be focusing on a new chapter. And let me see, the Kindle ebook version is a little different. The pages are definitely different. And let me see. Yeah, I do believe we're moving into chapter, let's see, chapter 8, I think. We'll find out in just a second here. Let me go ahead and share screen. Chapter 9. So we just completed chapter 8. And this one's called Tao Calligraphy Field Transformation. That's what this one's called. So I'm going to read this to you, and I'm happy to check in with you. Thank you, Terry, for sharing. Terry's an amazing soul, helps out a lot, and actually very knowledgeable in this. Feel free to reach out to him. So chapter 9, Master Sha goes on to say in this chapter, I would like to emphasize again that Tao is the ultimate creator and source, carries source love and light, Tao carries source frequency and vibration. Tao carries the source most positive information, energy, and matter that could transform every aspect of life, including health, relationship, finances, and the spiritual journey. Tao carries source infinite abilities. And Tao is the highest source that carries the highest power of soul over matter. Soul over matter is soulfulness, which means soul can make things happen. Because Tao is the ultimate creator and source, it has the highest soul power to transform every aspect of life. Next page. Calligraphy is art. Therefore, Tao calligraphy is source oneness art that creates and carries Tao source field as a physical presence of the Tao on Mother Earth. In chapter 11, Dr. Peter Hudoba will share some key findings of medical research that he has conducted on the Tao calligraphy transformative art field to help you to understanding clearly the effectiveness of the Tao calligraphy healing field for transforming health. Now, I want to repeat one sentence there, because there's one sentence there that goes right over people's heads. They don't really grasp what is meant by it. Thank you all for coming. I see some more people who joined. Please say hi in the chat. Let me know you're here. I'd love to acknowledge you. Here's the sentence that might have flown over your head. Tao calligraphy is a source art. Here's the sentence that creates and carries the original source, healing frequency and vibration, the source field, and it carries that source field, which is where? It's where? If it were here on Earth, we'd all be perfect, right? Where is it? It's at the highest layers of source. And Tao source calligraphy carries that source field as a physical presence of the source on Mother Earth. That's what that sentence is saying. The actual verbiage, Tao calligraphy is source oneness art that creates and carries a Tao source field as a physical presence of Tao on Mother Earth. But if you just twist those words a little bit so they come into a terminology you and I can work with, the source, the creator of all life, that power is in the Tao calligraphy. That power is physically on Earth in the calligraphy. And that's why it is creating such healing miracles that we keep reading about, and you'll read more about in the book. Truly astounding. Okay. It goes on to say, Tao calligraphy, Da I field, is the previous, in the previous chapter 1, so we're going back now, probably about 2 months, I shared the Tao calligraphy, Da I field, that I created in figure 7. And I asked you to practice with this field for 20 minutes to serve one area of request. In this chapter 1, I will guide you to apply Tao calligraphy Da I field to transform health, relationship, finances, and the spiritual journey. Tao calligraphy Da I field transforms health for the physical body. So he goes on to talk about applying the 6 power technique. So we're actually going to do this now. I'm going to read it to you and then we'll apply it. Okay, so body power is to use body and hand positions for healing. So in a minute, we're going to sit up straight. We're going to bring your back free and your feet flat on the floor. We're going to put a palm over your navel. We're going to guide you where the body power will be. Just a moment on that. Soul power is to apply soul over matter or soulfulness by invoking the inner souls within our body and the outer souls outside of our body. Master Sha says, I gave soul power the name Say Hello, Healing and Transformation. Because why? Because we're saying hello to the area of request that we want to transform. He came up with this message, call it Say Hello, over 15 years ago. So when we say hello to the inner souls, it might sound like, dear soul, heart, mind, and body of my organ or my system or my sore neck or my condition of diabetes. I love, honor, and appreciate you. You have the power to heal yourself. Do a great job. Thank you. This is an example of talking to the inner souls. When we talk to the outer souls, these are souls outside of our body. Souls like the divine, the Tao, the source, Mother Earth, and more. So here's an example of that. Dear the Tao calligraphy of Da-I field, which we're going to be tracing that calligraphy in just a minute. Dear the source, dear divine, and dear all my spiritual fathers and mothers, angels, guides, and protectors, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Could you please give me a healing for, and then you ask for the same area. Let's say it was your neck, okay? And you say, thank you. And then the other powers are breathing power, mind power, sound power, and the Tao calligraphy healing field. So breathing power, mind power, sound power, and the Tao calligraphy healing field make up the final four powers. For breathing power, we will use the ancient secret practice Shi Qing Hu Zhuo. Shi Qing Hu Zhuo. So remember that Shi Qing means to inhale, to breathe in positive Shenji Jing. Where's the positive Shenji Jing coming from, folks? It's coming from the Tao source calligraphy. When Master Sha created it, the most pure positive frequency of the source, positive Shenji Jing, came into the calligraphy. We are literally going to connect to it, which we just gave you an example of, connecting to the inner souls and outer souls. And we're going to connect to the frequency within and inhale it. Where do we inhale it? We inhale it into the area we requested. Why do we request that area? Because in that area, that's where our negative information is. That's where the negative Shenji Jing is. So this is where we breathe into that negative area. And when we breathe out, what do? We exhale the old, letting it go. Okay? So it's called Shi Qing Hu Zhuo. Master Sha goes on to say, we combine Shi Qing Hu Zhuo breathing practice with Tao calligraphy healing field. This breakthrough synergy is much more powerful than the ancient breathing practice alone, because the Tao calligraphy field is a source most positive energy and matter field. Shi Qing is to breathe in the positive information, energy, and matter of the Da-I calligraphy field. Have the Da-I calligraphy field in front of you, which we will have in just a minute, as you do the practices in this chapter that uses it. And now combine the power of the breath along with this field. And so we'll probably have our eyes closed so you can see the light coming in, but we'll follow the guidance, whatever it is. So I go on to read, as you inhale deeply and slowly, visualize golden light from the Da-I, Tao calligraphy field, coming and gathering in your area of the physical body for which you requested the healing. Now, if you request healing for an emotion, think about the heart. If you request healing for something that's not the physical emotional body, physical's obvious. You see light going to your area of physical request. But everything else, you focus on the heart. This golden light, because it's radiating from the Tao source field, carries the most positive information, energy, and matter. Finally, we're going to add sound power. As you exhale, you will chant Da-I. Da-I, if you remember from earlier teachings, means greatest love. Da-I is the greatest love. It's one of the 10 Da qualities that has been taught you earlier. So in case you missed that, make sure that you come back to it and keep an eye and watch that, okay? Let me see. I'm just pulling up calligraphy here. That will work. All right. Now, finally, he goes on to say, continue to practice. It is best to practice for at least 10 to 20 minutes per time, and you can practice several minutes per day. In fact, there's no time limit for this kind of practice, especially for chronic illness, life-threatening conditions. Practice for a total of 1 or 2 hours a day if you have serious conditions. The benefits could be beyond your comprehension. Okay. Let me just read ahead here just a second. Okay. So what what they're doing in the chapters here, and we'll do this along with Master Sha, is he is walking us through how to use the Tao calligraphy for first healing the physical body. Then we're going to use it for healing the emotional body, the mental body, and so forth. And depending on how much time we have, we'll do as much as we can, but we'll do a lot of healing today. So I'm so happy to see you all. Welcome, Cass. Welcome, Lori. Welcome, Anthea. Thank you for saying hi in the chat. So really happy to see you here. Thank you for clicking the share button. And also for the other 4 or 5 of you that haven't said hi yet, please do so. I want to acknowledge you, give you my love. And so now I'm going to pull up a source calligraphy. We'll share a different screen. And with this new image, this is Da'ai, the greatest love. And Da'ai, the greatest love, that's interesting. Okay. Da'ai, the greatest love. I just want to put it someplace where it doesn't get in my way. Is the top character is Da, bottom character is I. Cute little story. My daughter, she's learning to speak. She's about 2 years and a few months. And, she's learned about Da'ai since she was 0 years old. So I told my wife, I said, we need to make sure she clearly pronounces Da'ai as separate, because we don't want her running around, in 3rd and 4th, 3, 4, 5-year-olds saying die, 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 because she didn't separate the da and the I, and the English ear could hear it incorrectly. I'm so proud to tell you that when she sees Papa writing calligraphy, she says da I, da I. So she knows it at just 2 years. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to incorporate these powers, which I just described. So let us connect. You can place your hands in any comfortable palm position you'd like. There is a special body power position that is suggested, and it goes like this. It's like a prayer position. I'll change my camera a minute, like a prayer position. But then we drop the left hand in front of the heart center. Some of you watching may know this, some of you may not. This is referred to as a hand mudra or body power position. It connects heaven into our heart center. Now, if you don't like it or you don't know it or you're not comfortable, you can put your hands in this position. You can relax them over your lower abdomen. There really is no right or wrong. It's just that these particular hand power positions tend to be suggested because they help assimilate, capture more frequency and vibration. Completely up to you. Place your hands in a comfortable body power position. Close your eyes. And we're going to visualize light coming to our area of request through the calligraphy. We're going to breathe it in and breathe it out. Okay. Actually, give me just a moment here to locate a calligraphy that's just made just for that. Okay. Forgive me for just a moment. Eyes closed. Yeah, come on up. Number 32. I know, I'm in Meadowbrook Place Apartments. (2231) Northeast Ridge Creek Avenue. Okay. Meadowbrook Place. Bye. You call keep the rock until it comes in. Okay, so sorry about that, but we are ready now. So let us begin. So place your hands in relaxed position, close your eyes. Repeat after me. Dear the source, the Tao creator, and all my spiritual fathers and mothers, and dear the soul of this Tao source calligraphy, I deeply honor and appreciate you. As I practice breathing you in and exhaling, could you please bless me to release the suffering for my area of request? Thank you. Everyone take 10 seconds and choose an area for your physical. We're going to do these first physical, then we'll move on to emotional. 10 seconds. Make your choice now. One area, please. Welcome also to Bruni, Renata Hernandez. Welcome, Eugenia. Welcome, Risto. Great to see you all here. Thank you for letting me know you're with us. Great to see you coming in also on YouTube as well as Facebook. Okay. And now, with your eyes closed, just relax. You can place one hand over the physical area of request if that physical area is reachable. If not, simply relax your hands and see light coming to that area. We're going to breathe in. We're going to see light coming into the area. When we exhale, we're going to chant Da'ai. Prepare. Breathe in. Da'ai. Breathe in. Breathe in. Continue. Breathe in. Continue to breathing in, exhaling the words Da'ai. And as you breathe in, gather the light. Breathe in. Continue. Truly capture the frequency and vibration. Continue silently chanting, breathing in, gathering the light, and chanting Da'ai on the exhale, silently. Wonderful. Complete your out breath. Great. So now I want you to choose an emotional area in your life where you have an imbalance. Fear, anxiety, worry, sadness or grief. Could be anger. Could be it could be a self-love issue, right? Choose an emotional area of imbalance. Okay, got it? Good. So now we're going to work with the Da'ai from the book itself. It's a little bit smaller image, but you can still work with it, and your eyes are going to be closed anyway, so repeat after me. Dear the soul of this Da'ai, source calligraphy from the book, I love you, deeply honor and appreciate you. As I practice breathing in and out, could you please bless me to release any negative information that I'm holding onto, especially for my condition, this emotional condition that I have just requested. Thank you. So now I want you to see the breath into your heart center, okay? Just breathe into the heart center, and when you exhale, we're going to continue to chant Da'ai, but I want you to see that emotion fully releasing and letting go. Let us begin. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe into your heart center. Feel the release as you exhale. Continue breathing in. Last one. Breathe in. Da. Excellent. So check in with yourself. We're going to go back and do some more for mental body blockages, but check in with yourself. What are you noticing? Noticing any difference in that emotional imbalance that you requested? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I can tell you this particular calligraphy in the Master Sha book has a very high frequency and vibration that's been transmitted into it. And it comes with the authority to breathe in and breathe out associated with that specific calligraphy in the book. So the amount of healing and transformation you are receiving could be significantly higher than what our mind is able to understand. So let us continue. And we're going to work with a mind blockage now. Okay, so I want you to choose a mind blockage, and you can choose either from relationship. You can choose a mind blockage related to a health issue, or a mind blockage related to a financial issue. So a mind blockage related to a relationship might be, I'm never going to be lovable. I'm never going to be enough of this or that, or that's like a mind blockage, right? A mind blockage for finances could be something what we were taught by our parents, that you have to work hard for everything, right? Or mind, and you can, you have different ones. You don't have to take those. Mind blockage for health could be, why try? It's not curable. The doctors say can't. Mind blockage around health. These are examples. Choose one. I gave you 20 seconds. Choose one area. Choose the mind blockage. Okay, 10 more seconds. Choose that mind blockage. All right, let us connect. Dear the source, to all my spiritual fathers and mothers, and dear the soul of the Da-I source healing field, I love you. I'm so grateful for your already blessing my physical suffering and my emotional request. I would be very grateful through this next practice if you would bless me to release the mind blockage, and then you state that mind blockage that you have. Do that now silently. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So where do you see the light? You see the light still coming to your heart chakra, okay? See the mind blockage residing in your heart chakra, and then watch it dissipate, become less, less, less. You have different perspective on things after this mind blockage dissipates. Prepare. Deep breath in. Washing away the mind blockage. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Die, die, die. Letting go of the mind blockage. Breathe in the light. Die, die, die. Die, die, die. Die, die, die. Continue. Die, die, die. Die, die, die. Two more times. Breathe in. Die, die, die. Offering our gratitude, we thank the divine Tao source, our spiritual fathers and mothers. And I just noticed I didn't have the image up, but it actually doesn't matter because we connected to the soul of the source calligraphy. And that is what is serving us, not the picture itself. So feel free to share in the chat if you noticed any shift in the physical request, in the emotional request, or in the mental request. I actually felt in the mental and the emotional request a lightness occurring for me. It's still occurring, curiously enough. But the power within this Da'ai source calligraphy, specifically the breathing power, I have to say I'm truly surprised because, you know, when having been a 14-year student, my ability to discern and feel, to see and know the differences is significantly improved from what it was 5 or 6 years ago. And there is a huge amount of power coming through the source calligraphy. Definitely felt like I was getting washed by a very powerful frequency and vibration. So I would love to read your comments. Feel free to do so. There's a little bit of a gap time between what you comment and when I see it here. So in the meantime, I'll fill in just a few blanks. Now, for those of you that have not heard, Dr. and Master Jigong Sha is I wish I could say he's physically coming to our center, but he's not physically coming because, one, we don't have a physical center, but two, he's not traveling. But he is dedicating very specific time to bless, support the Portland Center and everyone who joins that event. So the link has just been put into the chat. This is not one of those things that you pass up. And the reason why is because everyone who registers for the $80 gets a $150 Tao light ball, because these light balls are extraordinary. And the one of the most potent ones is called the Da Quan Shu Tao light ball. Da Quan Shu is the greatest forgiveness. And in Master Sha's own words, forgiveness is karma cleansing. Love is not. For example, compassion is not. Although they do have aspects of it, that's the specific function of the Da'ai, Da Quan Shu, golden light ball. And that's also why Master Sha is the only one who has the authority to transmit it. everyone who registers for the 17th, whether you register for you or your mother or father, and they probably need it, right? Or children or grandchildren, best friends, you can register for anyone, and 2, 3, 5 people if you want. And whether they come or not, they will receive that Tao light ball. And let's say you don't know what's best for them. You say heaven's choice. Heaven knows exactly what's going to serve them best, okay? And so you get this for an organ or a system or a body part or a health condition. Health condition could be anxiety, right? How powerful is that? Health condition could be depression. How powerful is that kind of a light ball? It's extraordinary. So make sure you register for that. I put the link in the chat. And Cass commented, and she says, I had pain in my sexual organs that just never goes away, and it subsided. Mental blockages while doing the practice, I became angry, not sure of a shift. Okay, so great news. So some of that imbalance dissipated with the power of this breathing. This is through this new book, and you can acquire this book either digitally or physically, and you can sit in front of that source calligraphy and practice the breathing in and breathing out. Also, when you acquire the book, there's a QR code or website in there, and it takes you to a website where you can actually do breathing practices with Master Sha for your area of request. And as far as Cass's, the anger got a little bit more, that's kind of like, a condition where you have a boil on the skin and it becomes bigger, and then it pops. Kind of like that. You want is probably just expanding so it could pop and fully dissipate. Didn't maybe get there quite yet, so you might have to go back through and do the practices. And Lori shares, my ears started tingling and ringing. Sorry, my ears started ringing right after she felt a lot of heat and light. Wonderful, thank you. And Risto shares, beautiful field, as always, so much light. This is wonderful, great sharing. I'm so happy that we're seeing some immediate results. We spent a total of about 25 or so minutes practicing for physical, emotional, mental. It's really not much for each, roughly 7 minutes for each, not a lot. But to have these kinds of results is great. So how do you get more results? You just acquire the book, okay? Sit down with the image that's in there, connect using these powers that were just taught you, body power, sound power, mind power, soul power, and just from your heart, connect. And then just sit there and breathe in and breathe out and see the light come into your area of request. It truly is that simple. But as Master Sha says, if you want to know if a pear is sweet, taste it. If you want to know if this really works, experience it. He also did say if you have a chronic condition, you need to do up to 2 hours a day. So be realistic. Having a miracle in 7 minutes is highly unlikely, possible, but not necessarily going to happen. Whereas if you did it for a half hour, yes, then it becomes very possible that you can notice measurable shift in your area of request. And if it only costs you the cost of a book, that's a pretty good value in anybody's world. So I want to thank you for coming. I want to invite you to the next 3 days. Every Tuesday, Thursday, I am here doing this teaching and practice. Every Wednesday and Friday, Lori or Terry are here, and they're leading just the practices similar to what we just did. So if you want to just go in and focus on the practices, then definitely come back tomorrow and Friday. Okay, same time. And then click on the link that I put in the chat. Sign up right away for being with Master Sha on the 17th. It's a Sunday. It's at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And if you already have plans or whatever, remember, you don't miss anything. You get to watch the recording anyway, and you have the transmission sent to you remotely. So if you know you're not going to be there and you register, just tell heaven, I would like this Da Kuan Shu golden light ball for my condition of sciatica or whatever it is you choose, right? And you could say that, order it today and say that today, and then 17 days from now, you'll get it. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Love you, everyone. I will see you here in just a few days. Bye-bye.